Dear students, welcome back to Uma Talks, and here I am with biology for standard 11th. We were doing animal kingdom and we've already started the phylums. Okay, up till Hemichordata in the last video we have finished, and today I'm going to do chordata. Okay, so let's begin with chordata all at once. So again a reminder, okay, all those who have subscribed, thank you so much. Those who have not subscribed, do subscribe the channel. Okay, I will be posting quite many things which I'll not be sending the links, so you can only get the notifications, okay, if you have subscribed the channel. Do share it with your friends and give a big thumbs up. Let's come back. So chordata. Now chordatas are those, actually all those organisms, you can say, come into this phylum, okay, those who have notochord. Notochord, again, that develops into vertebral column in the later stages. Okay, a nerve cord, yes, nerve cord, gill slits, it can be tracheas, everything comes into that. Okay, so gill slits for respiration, slits, holes for respiration. Then it is bilaterally symmetrical. These organisms can be divided into only two equal halves from the center, that is bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic. Okay, three germ layers, that is ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, coelomate. The body has a hollow cavity. Okay, organ system level of organization. Yes, this is the highest, you can say, because not cellular, tissue, organ system, and then comes the organism. Organ systems are made up of organs, tissues, tissue cells. Okay, so this is the highest level of organization. Then post-anal tail. Yes, there is an anal tail also at the anus, okay, point where the tail is attached, and then the circulatory system is closed. Closed means the blood flows through vessels. It is arteries and veins. So this is what is chordata. Now chordata, children, that is divided into three, that is urochordata, cephalochordata and vertebrata. Okay, uro, cephalo and vertebrata. Urochordata and cephalochordata, they are joined together, they come into prochordates. Okay, protochordates, and these protochordates are marine organisms. Protochordates includes all the marine organisms. Now let's talk about urochordates little. Okay, urochordates, they have notochord, these organisms, okay, Salpa and all. Salpa is an example of urochords. So this contains, or this possesses notochord only up till larval stage. Larva में जो tail होता है वहीं तक उसका notochord रहता है. While cephalochordates, okay, they have notochords only from head to tail. From head to tail, and that is persistent, that remains throughout their life. Here it remains only in the larval tail. Larva के tail में ही केवल notochord पता होगा. यहाँ पे notochord head से लेके tail तक रहेगा. Okay, and the example is branchiostoma. Then finally we come to the vertebrata, which includes the maximum of organisms, and here this possesses notochords in the embryonic development. When the baby is developing inside the mother, embryonic stages, okay, then it possesses notochord, but that is replaced again as it is delivered. Okay, it is replaced by cartilaginous bony vertebral column. Okay, so when the baby is delivered, okay children, this you must have seen. Okay, around you there may be babies born. तो जब babies born होते हैं तो उनका body बहुत soft होता है. Even bones जो structure होता है तो वो भी बहुत hard नहीं होता है. उनका head भी ऐसा लगता है कि आप दबा सकते हो. Okay, और इसीलिए तब मालिश की जाती है, so that the calcium deposition takes place, and these cartilaginous, actually the body as a whole is cartilaginous. अभी जैसे हमारा ये ears है, nose है, okay, so cartilaginous. So here उसके बाद धीरे धीरे वो बोनी स्ट्रक्चर, हार्ड स्ट्रक्चर हो जाता है. अदरवाइज यू सी इफ यू टेक अ बेबी, एकदम बॉर्न बेबी को अगर आप गोद में लोगे और ऐसे लोगे, उसका सर बिल्कुल यूं होता रहेगा. ओके, इट विल नॉट बी स्टिफ. बट अगेन इफ द चाइल्ड ग्रोज अप टिल 3 month, 4th month और 5th month, तो बेबी खुद ब खुद अपने हेड को इरेक्ट रख सकता है. सो उसकी जो कार्टिलेजिनस है, कार्टिलेज जो है, जहां भी बोन्स की जगह कार्टिलेज, उसमें कैल्शियम डिपोजिशन शुरू हो जाती है. ओके, और फिर वो बोनी हो जाता है. तो दैट डेवलप्स इनटू, दैट इज रिप्लेस्ड, यू कैन से कार्टिलेजिनस vertebral column is replaced by bony vertebral column. Then it says one important question which is asked most of the time, that all vertebrates are chordates. Yes, all the organisms which fall into these vertebrates, they can be said to be chordates, but all the chordates cannot be said to be vertebrates. अब कोई ऑर्गेनिज्म जो यहाँ पे है नोटोकॉर्ड इन द लार्वल स्टेज, उसको हम वर्टिब्रेट नहीं बोल सकते, क्योंकि वर्टिब्रेट में वो पूरा वर्टिब्रल कॉलम होना है, जैसे जैसे फाइनल स्टेजेस में होगा, मैच्योर स्टेजेस में होगा, ओके, इट हैज टू बी रिप्लेस्ड बाय बोनी वर्टिब्रल कॉलम, या हम उसको यहाँ पे नहीं डाल सकते हैं. सो नोटोकॉर्ड ही होगा यहाँ पे, यहाँ वर्टिब्रल कॉलम नहीं होगा. सो ऑल द वर्टिब्रेट्स, ऑल दोज ऑर्गेनिजम्स विच फॉल ओवर हियर, ओके, वो फ्रॉग हो या क्रोकोडाइल हो या जो भी हो, ओके, टॉर्टोइज हो, कोई भी हो या बर्ड्स हो, सारे के सारे को हम कॉर्डाटा में डाल सकते हैं, बट ऑल द कॉर्डाटास कैन नॉट बी वर्टिब्रेट्स. Children, this is a short question. Most of the time it is asked, so do remember it. Okay. Then again, the organisms belonging to this particular vertebrata, okay, they possess around, they may have 2-chambered heart, 3-chambered heart and 4-chambered heart. 4-chambered heart, auricle, ventricle. 2-chambered में एक auricle एक ventricle हो सकता है. 3-chambered में 2 auricle एक ventricle होगा. 4-chambered में 2 auricle और 2 ventricle. Okay, then kidneys, they possess kidneys, yes, for excretion and osmoregulation, and if it is aquatic, they may have paired fins, and if they are terrestrial, they may have limbs. So from here, finally we go to vertebrata, and you can refer your book. I'll try and explain it to you from there. Okay, so we come to this vertebrata, okay, division vertebrata. You can just see it, and I'm trying to explain it to you. Vertebrata again is divided into 2 children, gnatha and gnathostomata. Okay, gnatha is that which lacks jaws, and gnathostomata they bear jaws. Okay, lacks jaws, ये जो jaw है जिसमें teeth है, okay, so पहला वाला जो gnatha है A is silent, okay, gnatha जो है उनमें jaw नहीं होता है, and gnathostoma में they have jaws. Okay. So let's talk about it. Only is comprised of one class. Gnatha में केवल एक class है, that is cyclostomata. Okay, so cyclostomata is just one class, and gnathostomata में 2 classes हैं, that is phyces and tetrapods. Phyces में fishes it includes, okay, and tetrapods will have those organisms which bear limbs. So यहाँ जो fishes वाला है उसमें 2 classes हैं, chondriocytes and osteocytes. Okay, these are 2. And tetrapods में again हमारे amphibians, reptiles, apes, mammals वो सारे आ जाएंगे. Let's come to the first class, that is cyclostomata. Now these cyclostomata are the ectoparasites on fishes. Fishes के ऊपर from the fishes only they derive the nutrition. They act as parasites on the fishes बाहर से body के ऊपर. Okay, and they possess about gill slits. Their respiration is through gills, okay, and they have a sucking and circular mouth. मतलब definitely they don't require to have jaws. नहीं तो fish को काट डालेंगे. Okay, so they need a sucking sort of mouth so that they can derive the nutrition from the fish. So sucking mouth without jaws, and they do not possess scales and all. Fins भी उनको जरूरत नहीं है, so no fins and no scales. Okay, cranium and vertebral column, that is cartilaginous. Okay, in them, and circulation that is closed type, matlab blood circulation through vessels, that is there, and they normally they spawn for spawning, for laying eggs. Okay, they move to fresh waters, and after laying eggs, after few days they die off. ठीक है, they move to the fresh water for laying eggs, and after laying eggs they die off, and their larva that undergoes metamorphosis. Now what is metamorphosis, children? It passes from one stage to the other. Direct development उसको नहीं बोलते हैं. Direct development किसको बोलते हैं? That once the complete, you can say viviparous, जिसमें the parent or the mother gives birth to an organism completely of its own kind. Okay, तो वहां पे direct development है. जबकि आप larva, pupa, ये different stages आके तब वो normal stage में आता है. Okay, resemblance of the parent, तो उसको indirect development बोलते हैं. So here it is indirect. ठीक है, and the example is, as it is hagfish, there are quite many hagfish. Now let's come to the next class, that is chondriocytes. Now this also includes fishes with streamlined body. Streamlined body मतलब यूं होता है, okay, ऐसे. So streamlined body as the fishes have, and here also the endoskeleton is cartilaginous, means the body का जो skeleton है that is not bony, that is cartilaginous. Okay, and notochord will be present, that will be throughout their life. Notochord is persistent, and they have like you can say operculum. Operculum गिल स्लिट्स जो है उसके ऊपर एक कवर को ओपर्क्यूलम बोलते हैं, जो कि उसमें नहीं है. गिल्स ओपन है वाटर में, उसके ऊपर कवरिंग नहीं है, कवरिंग इज ओपर्क्यूलम. ओके, एंड द स्किन विल हैव placoid scales. The scales which are present on this fish are known as placoid scales. Okay, and teeth, you can say that is backwardly directed. The teeth is not forward directed, backward directed. Okay, jaws very powerful, and they do not possess air bladder. Air bladder actually helps the fishes to swim and remain floating in the water. Okay, यहाँ पे एयर ब्लैडर नहीं है इन फिशेस में, तो क्या होगा, इनको पूरे टाइम स्विम करना होगा, नहीं तो वो डूब जाएंगे पानी में. They will sink into the water. Okay, again a few important things that some of them possesses electric organs. Okay, poison stings, ये स्पेशलिटी है इस पर्टिकुलर क्लास की. Okay, so poison stings and electric organs. Torpedo है electric organs का, poison sting है ट्रिगॉन का. And they are cold-blooded poikilotherms. Now, what do you understand by poikilotherms? Cold-blooded and warm-blooded. I'm explaining it to you just now. Cold-blooded वो है who cannot manage their temperature with the changing environment. Okay, उनका temperature, body temperature वैसा ही होता है. They cannot. And here they regulate. They lack the capacity to regulate their body temperature. So they are cold-blooded organisms, and those which are able to regulate their body temperature with the environment, they are known as warm-blooded organisms. So here they are cold-blooded. Okay, sexes male and female दोनों हैं, and yes, males have claspers so that they can hold the females. Claspers है, and internal fertilization inside the body. Okay, and many of them are viviparous over there. They lay directly give birth to the young ones. Examples फिर से dogfish, scoliodon and all that. ठीक है. Then let's come to the next one, that is osteocytes. Okay, osteocytes अब हम आ गए हैं आपके second class में, and here this has bony endoskeleton. पहले वाला आपका था cartilaginous, this is bony. Body दोनों में ही streamlined है. ठीक है. माउथ इज टर्मिनल, मतलब माउथ ऊपर की तरफ है, नीचे की वहां नहीं है. एंड दे हैव 4 pairs ऑफ गिल्स, एंड हियर इट इज कवर्ड बाय ओपर्क्यूलम. पहले वाले में ओपर्क्यूलम से कवर्ड नहीं था, यहाँ पे ओपर्क्यूलम कवरिंग है. ओके, एंड एयर ब्लैडर इज प्रेजेंट ओवर हियर, सो फुल टाइम स्विमिंग इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. इट कैन स्टे इन द वाटर एंड फ्लोट इन द water. Okay, it regulates its buoyancy. Buoyancy is the ability to help it floating in water. Okay, and heart over here is just 2 chambered, that is 1 auricle and 1 ventricle. Okay, they are again cold-blooded, just like the previous one, poikilothermals. Okay, sexes are separate. Fertilization external. Okay, eggs will be laid, and the sperm will fertilize it outside the body. And they are mostly oviparous. अगर external है तो oviparous हो गया. And development is direct. It directly gives birth to individuals just like the parents. Examples फिर से इसमें seahorse and all that. Okay, flying fish, all these cutla fishes and all that. Then finally, next we come to tetrapods, and we have come to amphibians. Amphibians you very well know, children. Frogs and all come into this, and they have 4 pairs of limbs. Okay, and body is divided into head and trunk. Tympanum, उनका ear बाहर की तरफ खुला नहीं रहता है. There is a covering over here, over the ear. Okay, and that is known as tympanum. Tympanum actually resembles the ear. Okay, and they have alimentary canal, urinary bladder और reproductive duct का एक ही opening है, external opening है, एक ही opening है जिससे food का जो waste discharge होगा, even urine will be discharged, and sperms and eggs that is discharged. सबका एक ही opening है, that is known as cloaca. Okay, and respiration may be through gills, trachea, lungs, and even through the skin over here. And the skin is normally moist. Okay, and heart जो है that is 3 chambered, 2 auricles and 1 ventricle. Okay, and they are also cold-blooded animals. Fertilization is external, and they are oviparous. I hope you are able to understand external and oviparous. Okay, do write to me what is oviparous and external. Example over here, it's very obvious. Okay, frog and toad, all those organisms. Next we come to reptiles. Reptiles are those which are creeping organisms, okay, crawling ones you can say, and they are normally possessive of scales. They possess scales, okay, and over their body. And here they have external ear, you can say, they also do not have external ear openings. Tympanum present hai, that represents the ears, and limbs, if it is present, it is present in two pairs. Heart is 3-chambered over here, okay, and 4-chambered, that is exceptional. Why I can ask you, 4-chambered in crocodiles. So all those who are watching it, write which particular organism has got 4-chambered heart, okay. Not only yes miss, same miss, that is not done. Write which particular organism has got 4-chambered heart, okay, in reptiles. So, and they are also poikilothermals, okay, that is why what they do, in order to avoid cold temperatures, they burrow, they have to survive, कहीं भी वो लोग survive करने की कोशिश करते हैं. And अगर आपको याद होगा तो we'll talk about it sometimes afterwards. So fertilization is internal and their oviparous development is direct. And when we talk about it, tortoise, turtle, alligator, सब कुछ आएगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है? Yes, should I tell you? अभी आपके दिमाग में doubt होगा. Dinosaurs, children, come into this, and you know why dinosaurs are extinct now? Because they were not able to sometimes scientists say they were not able to adapt themselves according to the outside changing conditions, and finally due to the huge body, okay, वो कहीं burrow नहीं कर सकते थे और temperature changes बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा था, they became extinct. So somewhat this is the fact. That is what I wanted to tell you. So the second last one, aves, that is, it includes all the birds. Birds which can fly, which cannot fly. Okay, tell me one of the flightless birds. I'm naming it now. Okay, ostrich. So let me know which is a flightless bird. Okay, and here what happens, the forelimbs normally, सामने वाला जो दो पैर है वो wings में modify होता है, और पीछे वाला it helps them to walk, swim and all that, even to clasp to the branches. और स्किन इज नॉर्मली ड्राई, ओके. एक ऑयल ग्लैंड टेल के वहां पे होता है, बस ओनली दैट इज देयर. एंड एंडोस्केलेटन, लॉन्ग बोन्स जो है वो हॉलो होते हैं सो दैट उनका वेट लाइट हो एंड दे कैन फ्लाई ऑफ, ओके. एंड दोज बोन्स, हॉलो बोन्स जो है उसको न्यूमैटिक बोन्स बोलते हैं. PNEU, P साइलेंट, न्यूमैटिक बोन्स, okay. And the digestive tract, it has got crop or gizzard, तो that is for grinding the food, क्योंकि वो बहुत बार grains को चुभते हुए they take up those pebbles and stones also, so it has to be grinded up, so gizzard and crop is required, okay. And heart over here is 4-chambered, and these birds are warm-blooded. Warm-blooded, that which can adapt their body temperature with the changing temperature, and they are able to maintain a constant body temperature. यहाँ पे पहले वाले का क्या था कि बाहर का जैसा हुआ हमारा बॉडी का भी वैसा हो गया, वो अपने बॉडी को मेंटेन नहीं कर पा रहे थे, वो कोल्ड ब्लडेड था. ये वाला क्या है, जैसे हमारा जैसा भी कंडीशन हो हमारा टेम्परेचर 37 डिग्री ही होगा, तो बर्ड्स अपने टेम्परेचर को मेंटेन कर पाते हैं, ठीक है, कांस्टेंट बॉडी टेम्परेचर. रेस्पिरेशन इनमें लंग्स से होता है, और एयर सेक्स एंड लंग्स, ओके, टू सप्लीमेंट रेस्पिरेशन, ओके. सेक्स इज सेपरेट, फर्टिलाइजेशन इंटरनल, एंड दे में lay eggs. It may be development may be direct or indirect. So you can take any of the birds, pigeons, crows, okay, all the birds, vultures, जो भी है. Then we come to mammals, the final one, okay. This is one where habitat के बारे में बोलेंगे तो they can survive anywhere. Polar bear in the ices, okay, snow, ice, deserts, water, aquatic, land, extremes of conditions, extremes of temperatures, these organisms can survive. Caves, grasslands, forests, kahin bhi, okay. And the most important characteristic which they possess is mammary glands, through which they feed their young ones, है ना, they provide milk to the young ones, okay. So that is one of the most important characteristic features. Plus they have 2 pairs of limbs. 2 pairs, ये हमारा forelimbs हुआ और ये hind limbs है. पैर 2, हाथ 2, forelimbs और पैर hind limbs. So 2 pairs of limbs हो गए हमारे, Okay, and कैसे what it is adapted, maybe for walking, swimming, flying, whatever it is, burrowing, कोई भी काम के लिए हमने उसको adapt किया हुआ है. And another unique feature is the possession of hair over the body, over the skin. Yes, external ear, that is pinna. Okay, and then the different types of teeth. Okay, in our jaws we have the different types, the incisors, canines, premolars, molars. These are the different types of teeth which we have in our mouth. And heart is always four-chambered, that is 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. Okay, we are also the organisms over here, they are also warm-blooded, and respiration is by lungs. Sexes, male and female, we do have separate. Okay, fertilization internal, and we normally are viviparous. Few exceptions may be there, but all the organisms belonging to the mammals, they are viviparous. Okay, so there are quite many examples. You can take human beings, okay, as well, platypus and flying fox and all that. Quite many examples are there in this. Okay, and there is a table in your book, 4.2. You can go through it and you can see it, children. Okay, and this will help you to understand. Hope it was very, very clear. I tried to make it through your book so that it is easier for you to understand. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you all. Thank you so much.